Sorry, take two. I don't think my Wi-Fi was on, or it wasn't connected. It was saying not connected, so I just connected it. So sorry about that. I have learned my iPad and my phone will compete, and one will turn the other off. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to pop back in. Okay. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Sorry, I reset it. It said my Wi-Fi was not connected. It said not connected, so I connected it. So we should be good now. I should have a good strong signal now. I'm so sorry. I saw that last night after I got bumped out on my live last night, and I just thought to check it, and sure enough, it was off. And I thought, you know what? Every time I go live, I need to check that before I hit that button. So thank y'all for coming back. Hey, Miss Ruby. Thank you for coming back. Okay, I don't think if we get kicked off again, then I'm gonna have to call and find out what's going on with our signal. So, welcome in. I'll get started on painting. I just happened to look up and y'all were gone, so not good. Not good at all. Thank you for sprinkling. Hello, Inez. Welcome in. All right, let's get, I think I'm gonna do like a faux stain with the burnt umber, watered down burnt umber. And I might dry brush, which is not a surprise. Thank you, Miss Ruby. Did you hear me saying, or did you see the picture I posted? It's out of, here's the problem. My big head's in the way. It says bloom. It's for spring. It looks a little crooked there. But actually, I had to do it backwards because I always keep my, like here. Like, see, welcome. See how it's backwards? That's me holding it correctly. But if I turn it backwards, it looks right to y'all. So I hung that backwards. I painted everything on the back and hung it backwards so that it's not backwards when you see it. So, but thank you. Yay, I'm back. Yes. Hey, Melissa. I think I figured it out. It was something with my Wi-Fi. I noticed it last night. So it said not connected. So I don't know why it turns off on its own. I really think my iPad competes with that for the hotspot or something. So, ooh. That went everywhere. Okay. All right. I just squirted this everywhere. My little water bottle. Have y'all seen these? I showed y'all these, I think, at Dollar Tree. I think they're meant for like nail polish remover or makeup remover, but you just press down and it, like the water or whatever's in it comes up. I'm the worst about closing up my wet wipes. So like they're not wet anymore, they're dry. So I just use that to dampen them. So comes in handy. Hey, Tina Marie, thank you for coming back. I am technically challenged when it comes to the Wi-Fi around here. Of course, I'm challenged with the remote and everything else. I'm not a techie person. I don't guess a remote's considered techie, is it? I don't know. Nowadays it is. These TVs, the smart TVs, it's too much. Okay, so I'm just going to rub this color on here. This is a pretty big piece. It's a pretty big set. It's got lots of small pieces. But if you came in late, I was saying this is a great alternative to a tiered tray set because it's interchangeable. You could either hang this on the wall, or you could put, it comes with a stand, like a little easel stand. So if you've got counter space or a shelf or something, you could hang it up in your kitchen, or actually anywhere. It doesn't have to go in the kitchen, because it's gonna say welcome home. So you could put it like in your entryway. It's be cute by the front door. I want to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. All right, that's good. All right, so just got, most of this is going to be covered up, so I'm not worried about that streak. I'm going to dry brush it too. Of course I'm going to dry brush it. Dry brush everything. All right, let's see. Keep this one out. All right, so let me look at it again real quick. So, are y'all still there? Okay, I get so paranoid now. Let's see. So it's got, there's certain pieces that'll be glued on here. They're permanent. And then the interchangeable pieces will just sit on a ledge or pop out or tie. This has a little mini banner. So let's see here. Oh my God, you know what I just thought of? Okay, look, this is the banner. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. It's like, it's the banner with the wreath and the heart. You know what just went through my mind when I looked at this? It reminded me of a blue jean pocket, like the back pocket on blue jeans, this little banner. How cute would that be to paint it like a denim color and maybe a white wreath? I know it's not your standard wreath, but, or even if I don't do it on this one, but wouldn't that be cute? I love all things interchangeable too. It's just so versatile, you know? And you can just keep a little, like a little tote or something with all your different pieces, your different seasons or themes or whatever. Oh my God, now that's going to be stuck in my head. It would be different. It would look like a little, you know, because I've seen something on Pinterest where they take like a little pocket off the back of a pair of Levi's or something, and then they'll do like lace and daisies and all that stuff, and it's so cute. I mean, I could always, you know, gosh, you could do a couple different wreaths, you know, I mean, banners. You don't have to have the same banner every time. Just because I do sell all these separate, because some people might say, I just want the banner, or you know, I don't need the board. I bought that last time. I just need the pieces, the house or whatever. So, you like the denim idea? We should try it. You know, I mean, I could paint it, and if I don't like it, I could always turn it over to it. Hey, that's a thought. Okay, we're going to go with that. We're going to do the denim. Okay, let me lay out the pieces that are going to go separate. Okay, let me see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then I have to look at this. It's going to go up here. Let me figure them all out, and then I'll show y'all what I'm doing. All right, the pieces that go with the easel, I'm going to leave over here. Because I think I knocked one of these pieces in the floor. But I'm thinking about hanging this one, so I'm not going to do the easel. Okay. All right, so these, I'm going to turn it around for y'all. Okay, so this this piece right here, you can see it etched. Let's see if I can lift it up. You can kind of see it under there. It's etched on there to show you where to line it up. So you'll paint this and then glue that on. Let me move these. So this is going to get glued on, and that little hole right there is for you to poke a new piece in. Let me take these off. So this one, like I said, this one's like a welcome home theme. So it's got the letters etched in, and where the O is missing, it's actually another wreath, and it has a heart. And then you've got the letters that'll go over those etched letters. But once you decorate this and glue your letters and all on your wreath and all on, it will pop in to this little, uh-oh, did I cut this wrong? Oh. Okay, well, let me show you on this one. I might have grabbed the wrong home. Hold on. Anyway, it pops in to there, and then you can just poke it with your finger to pop it out. Okay. Now, where in the world did I get that home from? This must go. I think this might go with another. I did the whole collection. I don't remember there being 2 of these. Well, y'all, I just messed that part up. We'll go ahead and do the rest. What in the world? And I didn't bring all the others up here, so we're going to put this together still. That is so typical of me. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, now let me show you this part. This has a lot of pieces on this one. Okay, this is the house right here. It's got welcome on it. It's got 2 little topiary trees, like one on each side, and it's a little planter. And the windows, another wreath on the door. Look at that cute little door. It looks like a fairy house. I'm trying to keep it from sliding. But let me hold up the picture for y'all again. But it sits. Can y'all see that? I know that ring light, the glare is on there. It sits down into, let me move this one. This little part right here. So you're going to build this up. So where you can see this one's etched on here, that little frame I was just showing you, and then see that little thing etched there. There's 3 pieces. There's these 2 little skinny ones, and then one that's just a little bit wider. And what you're going to do is build it up. And it makes like a ledge. So you'll put the 2 skinny ones, glue them down on top of each other, and then you'll glue the wider one on top of that, flush at the bottom, and it's going to create, let me show you what it creates, like a ledge. Like that. Oops, hold on. And then I'm going to take these pieces off. And then your house will sit down in there. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's going to sit down in there. And whether you hang it up or whether you lean it with that easel stand, it's just going to sit right in there. Okay, and then this is the part I love. Up at the top, there's no lines up there, but you can see where the little slats have a little gap in there. This piece will go there, and you can see it's got little circles etched on it. They're going to go up here. It's going to go up here. And then you've got all these little circles. So you're going to build those up too. And you're going to, okay, it came with 2 small ones that are actually this size. So you're going to put the small. Hang on. it's two. Okay. It's two larger ones. Not that. Okay. I'm just going to do one side because I can't hold them both up. So anyway, that's going to create like a... I don't have a piece of string over here. I'm going to get it. It's going to create like a... kind of like a riser, I guess. Hold it from that side. See how it sticks out like a button there? So when you hang your banner on the little string, the cord or twine, you'll have something to tie it to. It's the part that always throws me off on the tiered trays because I'm like, what am I tying this to? So that's what you're tying it to. All right. I keep thinking about this denim thing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So got this part. That's all we've gotten done so far. These two are not going to show. They're going to be glued underneath. So I'm not going to worry about painting those. I am still stumped about this. Why is that bigger? I'm wondering if I made this for something else. It's okay. We'll have to skip that part, but I will get it cut and put on there before I take a final picture. But we can do the rest. I know this part's right. So I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm still stuck on this whole denim thing. So if I do this, I'm thinking I'm going to do the whole, I'm going to change the whole. I'm going to make the house more summery. I was going to actually paint it just like the picture, but let's just do the banner first, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm jumping all over the place. You know when you get a new idea and then you're like, oh, wait. And then you're running with it when you thought you already had an idea? Is that just me? It might be. Okay. Gotta pick a denim color. I used this, have y'all used this one? I had not seen this one before. It's the Waverly Chalk Paint in Ocean. I used this last night on that box that I made. Oh, I finished that box. I don't know if y'all saw this. I did the kit. Isn't that pretty? Look at the blues. And I ended up putting a bee on this one, kind of a neutral bee. I just stuck it on there. I love that blue. It's called Ocean. That might be a pretty color for the denim, and then we'll dry brush over it to make it look kind of like fabric. We'll try it. It's really thick though. We'll give it a try. Yeah, that's true. You can always paint over it if you don't like it. Okay, so we're going to do the banner. We're going to make it look like, that just makes me think of a back pocket of a pair of blue jeans. So hey Zena, hey Kay. Let's do this. We're going to paint it like denim. We're just going to go with it. It's one of those spur of the moment ideas, and we hope it's going to work out. Can y'all still see? Y'all feel free to tell me if you're ever on here. I love blue. I do too, Diane. I love it. This blue is gorgeous. If you like blue, it's not like one of those obnoxious neon blues. It's so pretty. And I got it at Walmart. It's that Waverly Chalk Paint. And the name is Ocean. So, so pretty. I just think this will be very summery. Of course, I'm kind of jumping ahead. We're all doing spring right now. But this can have that summer feel. Could be springy. Yeah, as soon as I looked at it, it reminded me of something I saw on Pinterest, and they had taken a blue jean pocket and it was lace, and I remember daisies. I pinned it, so I'll have to go back and find it. I'll have to make one. Okay. There's four banners, 4 pieces to the banner. Hey, Sandy. Thank you, Sharon. Hey, Tanya. How is everybody? I was just saying, I feel like I just said Happy Tuesday, like 2 days ago, but the days just, the weeks are flying by. And is anybody else affected by this whole time change? It's totally throwing me off, but I'm really glad when the daylight lasts longer. I feel like I get more done in a day. When it gets dark early, I'm useless. I mean, I don't get anything done. All right, so we've got wreaths and we've got hearts. Oh my gosh, a little yellow house would be super cute. I might do that. This one's just an experiment, right? So, oh my gosh, yes, the dogs. You know what? That's funny you say that. We have 3 dogs plus my daughter's dog is here. So we have 4 dogs. And my husband will get up early, sometimes 4:30 in the morning, definitely by 5. Sometimes it's 4:30. But the dogs, you know, they're like people. As soon as they wake up, they've got to go to the bathroom. So if you get up, they think it's time to get up. And I tell him, I was like, you know, maybe you should just wake up and stay in the bed and read or whatever. But, because when you get up, they all jump up. All it takes is one dog to jump up and run across the house, and they all go charging across the house, racing for the door. And so, of course, he has to let them out. And we have rabbits, we have deer, we have raccoons. We don't have, knock on wood, that's name wood. Those armadillos, I have not seen the armadillos. We have possum, we have fox, we have everything out here. We have bobcats. I haven't seen one lately. But, so sure enough, you let them out, one of them sees or smells something and starts, they all start barking. And I'm like, you know, the neighbors, my neighbor doesn't like dogs anyway, so that's already an issue for him. But at 4:30 or 5 in the morning, so, gosh, at least now, well, now we spring forward, so, oh, no. So if the clock says 4:30, it's really 3:30. Last week it was 3:30, so oh my gosh, I don't know. It's really hard. It is hard with dogs because they don't know. They just know, hey, we're up. Let's go out. They chase rabbits every morning. Yeah, there's something that gets, I mean, I think it just goes up on my back porch because as soon as they run out, they smell it on the back porch. They're sniffing around. running along the fence line. It's crazy. Not to mention the neighbor that doesn't like dogs, his wife has outdoor cats. So her cats come over into our fenced in yard and, you know, that makes the dogs bark. So it's like a no-win situation. Okay, I'm just doing the wreaths. I'm doing them white. I know that sounds weird, but if we don't like it, we can change it. I could even like dry brush a little bit of green on them. I might do that. I think that'll be pretty. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of white on these hearts, just as a base coat. Hey, Pamela Marie, welcome in. You had ducks in your pool this morning. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. I'm not even going to paint the pieces that go with that one that says home because I've obviously brought the wrong one up here. So I'm going to leave these out. I can't believe I did that. All right, so we've got welcome. There's also a wreath on the front door. I love this. The little front door looks like a fairy door. Isn't that cute? Like a little fairy house. All right. Okay, this goes with that. I think I'm gonna do the stain that I did on the background of the palette. I'm gonna do the roof in that. I'm gonna do the door in that. And I think we will do a yellow house. I just don't know. I don't know that I have a really pretty yellow. I have several yellows. I just don't know that I have one that I love. Maybe we can mix it with some white and make a pretty yellow. Unless y'all can think of a better. Like I said, this is kind of a guinea pig. We're just kind of, we're playing around. This will help y'all. Y'all give me some ideas because that way, if you get one, you're not, oh, which one, you know, what do I want to try? Tell me what you would want to try. I just thought yellow would be pretty with the blue, the denim looking banner. So, all right, we got the roof. Just need to figure that out. Okay, so this has like a topiary on each side and a little planter. So I'm gonna paint those. You got kicked off? Did I freeze up on anybody? Hey, Wendy. Y'all tell me if I freeze up on you. Okay, let's see. Just getting a little base coat on some of these so I don't have to do so many coats. It's got two little kind of square rectangular windows, and then one round, like, what do we call that? Like a port window, a little round window. I feel like they called it a port. When we built our house, they were going to put a little round window like that in our powder room. And I remember them calling it a port window. And then at the last minute, they changed it to just a regular window. That's the only reason I'm thinking of port window, like a port hole on a ship. I'm kind of glad they didn't. We have a big full window now. All right. Yes, this craft is in my store. It's, let me show you the picture. Well, it's called a interchangeable palette sign, I think. This is what it looks like. Oh, where'd it go? Anyway, it is in there. Here it is. Do it where the light's not on it. Can you see that? So, and it gives you the option. You can buy the full set, or, because like say you buy this full set, and then once I start adding other interchangeable sets, you could just click on just the pieces you would like, if you want just the interchangeables, because you don't need another palette unless you want to get one. That way you don't end up buying the whole set again. It'll be cheaper because you're just buying the pieces that you need. Kind of like with a tier tray set. Okay. All right, flower pots. And then the flower pots have a little heart that goes on them. Yes, I have angel wings. I have the big angel wings. Do I still have 3 sizes? I think in my Etsy shop I had 3 sizes. Y'all, I honestly haven't really messed with my Etsy shop in a while. Every now and then I get orders through there. But I think they're people that just come in through Etsy. Most people that find me through here shop on my Shopify, because my Etsy shop doesn't have a whole lot. It doesn't have any of my new stuff in it. The last time I looked, it had a lot of Christmas stuff in it from before. But if you see something, if you happen to go, because if you go to my page, it has both my Etsy shop and my Shopify. If you see something in Etsy that you don't see on my Shopify, send me a message and I can move it over there, because some of the stuff I will put it in my Shopify cheaper, because if I list it in Etsy, Etsy's going to take, like, it ends up being about 10%. They take, like, is it 6.5 now? I think it's 6.5%, unless it's gone up. They take that, plus they charge fees, you know, fees for listing it, fees for the transaction, which, I mean, everywhere you pay that. It's just, it's non-stop fees. So I think I just pay a transaction fee on Shopify. I mean, other than, yeah, my monthly or yearly fee for the shop. But, you know, I'd rather offer it cheaper than to offer it there and let them take part of it, you know. So just let me know if you see something there. But I do have angel wings in there still. Okay, so this part of the topiary is going to be covered up because it's layered. So we're gonna paint these green, these little pieces. So let's see. Okay, did we decide on a house color? So on Shopify, I think it takes all payments. I think it even takes Venmo. You can pay PayPal, any major credit card, because they handle all the transactions. And I believe Venmo is one of the, because Venmo is part of PayPal. And then I heard that Cash App is part of Facebook Pay, maybe? I think that's what they said. So, pretty sure it takes every form of payment. Yeah, you can do credit card, debit card, Venmo. You don't do Shopify or PayPal. You don't shop on them because I think most of the shops now are Shopify. But yeah, it'll let you do credit card or debit card. I don't know if it lets you do check. I'm not sure. Okay, so what color? Oh, we were going to do a yellow house. Did we agree on that? We're going to do a yellow house. I think I'm going to have to mix a custom yellow because I don't love these yellows. Okay, I've got Sunbeam and medium yellow. I think if I mix it with the white, I just don't want, I want it kind of like a buttery yellow instead of a lemon yellow. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna mix a little white. We're gonna do a custom color. You don't do any, you mentioned debit cards, do you? Well, see, I don't handle the payment myself. The website does it. Because it's all secured. So you don't send me like a card number because I don't have a machine or any way to swipe it. So, you could go on there and look. Go on there and see what options it gives you. Because honestly, I've never checked out there. So, I don't know for sure. But yeah, you could go on there and just kind of see when you get to the checkout, see what it offers, what options it offers you. I'll have to look at that in case anybody asks that again. I don't have maize, Amanda. I need to get, is that kind of a golden yellow or, because I have like some golden colors. Let me see what I can mix up here with some white. Going to mix up a little yellow and white. Hey Sherry, did you go out and come back? I feel like you were here before I got kicked off in the beginning. Or maybe I'm thinking you were here last night. Okay. This isn't bad. And look, with our blue, I think that'll be pretty. And you know, dry brushing, I know that's like my obsession, but I feel like it softens everything up. So, okay, let me see. On this house, the door is going to be covered. Welcome is going to be covered. The roof will cover. So I'm going to paint all this yellow, but I may go back where the windows are and just paint like a white or something so that it doesn't look yellow in the windows. So I'm just going to paint over all this. I'm not worrying about where things are going to cover it up. So we'll just do here. Oh, I like this yellow. I think I've seen maize that you were talking about. I think this might be similar. It's kind of a buttery color. I bought Moss, that green color. It's kind of a softer green. I haven't used it yet though. I want to use it on a little lamp that I bought at Goodwill. And y'all, I still need to paint that organizer piece that I bought the scrapbook paper to, I want to try to make it over. I think it's an organizer piece. I'm not sure. I found it at a thrift store. I haven't forgotten about it. I just haven't had a chance to get around to it. But I want to see if I can turn it into something functional for my desk or the craft table somewhere. Okay, like I said, the roof is going to cover this top corner, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Get the chimney. Okay. Is a buttery color. I will have to get that. I grabbed, I love this ocean color. I think that blue is so pretty. I grabbed the other, what is this one? Dusk. This one's pretty. And Agave, that one's really pretty. It's kind of a blue, green color. Okay, I'll let this dry. Stop going over it. Okay, let it dry. Okay, so I think I don't know how I want this one to stand out. I might wait till I paint my, well, this is going to be permanent, so it kind of needs to be neutral so that whatever interchangeable piece I put in there, it'll go with it. So let's do just that. I know I'm going to do green on my little topiary pieces, the little greenery. Hey, Julie. Hey, Christine. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm going to do a couple different greens. I'll do a light green and kind of a medium green. This is one of my favorites. It's a eucalyptus leaf. It's that deco art. I get it at Michael's. It's the prettiest kind of soft green, but like a medium soft green. Use a sponge. All right, so I got two different greens here. I think I'm gonna do light green on it and then just kind of shade it with that darker one. Piece of tape. I always end up painting my fingers. I know, blue and yellow. I don't know why I always think of summer when I think of blue and yellow, and I think of lemons. I think because I used to have, many years ago, I had this floral arrangement on my dining room table, and it had lemons, and it had blue. What am I doing? I'm doing hearts. It had blue and yellow. It was so pretty, and white flowers. I always think of lemons. Okay, more. Lemon Scream Summer, yes. Hey, Grace. Topiaries, that's what I was going for to begin with. And I grabbed the hearts. Okay. Oh, that's a bright green. What is that? I did Spring Green by Apple Barrel. It's really bright. It's like that parakeet green. Kind of bright. Okay. Take a darker. All right, so there's our topiaries. At least the greenery part. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Might as well go ahead and paint the slats, the one at the top and the one that's going to hold in the middle. Like I said, there's 3 pieces to that, 2 skinnier ones, and then one's a little wider. These are going to be glued together and on the bottom, and then this one's going to go on top. It's going to be glued flush with the bottom. So these aren't going to show. I'm not going to paint those. So I'm going to faux stain this one. What did I do with my wet wip? I know I have lots of bee themes in my kitchen during the summer. I ended up putting that bee, I ended up gluing that bee on that box I did last night. So it's pretty permanent now. Oh, I should show y'all the, those of you that weren't in, the live I did last night was in that private group. So unless you were in that group, you didn't see it. But this box I did, I feel like if you're familiar with Anthropologie, Pottery Barn, West Elm, Crate and Barrel, stuff like that, for some reason, I mean, this obviously wouldn't be in there, but it gives me vibes of that because it's, I was saying it's almost masculine, but it's got butterflies. I could see this done on a cigar box. This is the blue box I did. And there's the bee. I love this blue. I used that ocean blue and some paper. The flowers are on paper. But look at this box. I had some old scrapbook paper that had like maps. Let's see if y'all can see. If I get too close, you can't see. But there's like maps. There was like an old postcard. It's all paper. But look at the butterflies. Look at there. Look at that one. And then, isn't that pretty? Look at that butterfly. But it's something with all this brown and the maps. It feels a little masculine, but I know the butterflies kind of take away from it being masculine, but, oh, and then I did a big one on the bottom. I love this one on this side. Look at the colors in that. Isn't that pretty? And then there's one on the inside with that postcard. But, yeah, this was that kit. This kit is in my shop, too. Gosh, I've painted so many of these. I was saying on there last night, I'm going to have to start selling some of these or giving them as gifts or something because I've got so many of them. But I love that butterfly thing. I want to do that on something else. I just printed those out. You haven't done yours yet, Zena? There's a couple people that haven't done theirs yet. So, but y'all send me a picture if you do them, when you do them. I'm going to paint this door brown also. I know it's a yellow house, but we're going to say it has a wooden door. Oh, no. Oh. Like I said, I'll soften everything up with dry brush. Kicking myself for not bringing the right piece. And nobody's home. The dogs can't fetch pieces like that, so I can't ask them to bring it to me. Okay, let this dry. Let's see. Anything else that needs to be brown? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not doing any more trays. I don't think I'm going to do any more. But then again, I said I was going to go on my, because I've only done it in the private group, so I haven't done one on this page. So anybody that buys one, because the event is over, so, you know, if you buy one now, you know, you're going to need to see me do it here because that event's over. I don't know how long they leave that page up, you know, for you to watch replays and stuff. I'm sure they'll leave it up for a little while. So, you know, if anybody is still waiting to do their kit, but if for any reason, if they did take it down, I can definitely do a live on here now that the event is over. And they are planning another event for June, and we have to, if we're offering a kit for that one, we have to have it ready by April 8th. I think that's when the promo, well, no, we have to have it ready by the first week of April because the promo to kick it off to start telling people about it is April 8th. So I'm trying, me and Lydia have been brainstorming what we're going to make as our kits, but she's got a great idea, and I'm stumped. I have a little bit of an idea, but not definite. Okay, let's play around with this and see if we can make it look like denim. Do you like that butterfly one? I love that. I think it would be so pretty on a cigar box, you know? Okay, let me make room to dry brush. So I'm going to end up dry brushing everything in sight. Okay, anything that's brown, let me rub some brown on here really fast. I hear a doggy coming. I'm not sure who it is though. I know who that is. It's the old dog. Okay, so all the brown pieces right there. Here's some. And the door. Okay. Check this yellow. You're in the backyard and he's not. My dogs will be going crazy. Y'all, the other night, I thought I was losing my mind. My husband was down in the basement. He was watching something. I don't know what he was watching. And I was upstairs. It was storming outside. So I got the dogs in, you know, let them go out one last time, got them in, dried them off. Like 15 minutes later, I hear Maggie on the back porch barking. And I'm like, what the heck? So I go over, I let her in. She's soaking wet. I let her in, dry her off. I sit back down, and I swear, like 15, 20 minutes later, she's out there barking again. I'm like, what is happening? I'm losing my mind. Well, my husband was in the basement and had this, we have a sliding door down there that goes out to the backyard, a sliding glass door. He's sitting there with the door open, listening to the rain. Well, Maggie goes down to the basement, goes out, and then she wants to come back in through the back door where I'm at the kitchen, and I was like, I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, could you please shut that door? I keep having to let this dog in and dry her off. But she does not care if it's raining. She loves going outside. She'll lay down on the wet ground. She doesn't care. Stella, no. Miss Priss will go use the bathroom on the deck. She is not going to go out in the yard. Greg will say, someone pooped on the deck. And I'm like, someone? You know who. The poop deck. It drives me nuts. Yeah, she hates the rain. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, that's good. All right, we're going to work on dry brushing now. Where to put this? Okay, y'all still here? Your granddog does that. Our granddog is actually the best one. He will go out, do his business, and come right back in. He doesn't play around or nothing. I mean, if it's sunny and pretty outside and Maggie and Stella are playing, he'll play with them. Cooper doesn't do anything. Cooper's like a little old man, you know. He's sweet as he can be, but you know, he just wants to lay in the bed or lay on the couch. He wants to be near you, but he doesn't want to play or anything. All right, okay, I knew I brought one. Get one that's already. I'll get a new one. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna try to make this look like denim. The next one, it's a summer theme. So I'm trying to think of something. I don't want to do, I'm going back and forth with, I don't know if I want to do a kit, like it's going to be a kit, but like anybody that wants to do a kit has the option to do a kit. I don't know if I necessarily want it to be a Glowforge kit, one of these laser kits, or something, but whatever it is, I'll provide all the stuff to make the project. So I have a couple of ideas. One is not a Glowforge kit. One is a Glowforge kit. I'm trying to think outdoors. Like I think of like in the summertime, I think about people spending time like out in their yard or out on their porch or out on their deck. So I'm trying to think of something outdoorsy, but homey, like home decor, and not necessarily seasonal. Like, you know, I don't necessarily want to do beach, you know. So I don't know. If y'all have any suggestions, throw them my way. But I have a few ideas. I just haven't nailed one down yet. And I know in the event last time, I know one of the presenters offered two different, like they did a sign, like a door hanger sign, a small one, and they offered two options. So I'm wondering if I could offer two different, I don't see why I couldn't, two different kits. I just don't know, because I think when I go and present, I have to make those, and it needs to be something I need to be able to make both in my short amount of time. So I think it'll be something good. And I think it's going to be the same price point, so $14.99 plus shipping. So I think that's pretty reasonable for a DIY kit. I just grabbed these. I didn't mean to. Okay. All right, back to the blue jean. How old is Cooper? Cooper is, oh gosh, when we got him, he was 7, and that was in 2020. So 11. I don't really know when his birthday is. He's about 11. Okay, I need to hold this down. I just hit the same spot. Okay. Might need to go over this with another blue too. Okay, let me see what other blue I have. Okay, I have this blue bonnet. I'm going to try a little bit of this. Door hanger, mason jar. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do a door hanger, because there's a lot of people in that group that do laser pieces, and they do a lot of door hangers. So I want something different, you know? Oh, this is good. Okay. That helped a lot. What do y'all think? Does that look like blue jeans? I think I have some jeans that color. Okay. Now let's see if we can do all 4 of them the same. I don't know. So I started out with white. Okay. I need mistakes. We'll see. Oh. So yeah, I think, and they added another, I think another presenter that does kits, laser kits, and then another lady, I don't know if she was in this time around, but she said she has a friend or her sister has a friend or somebody that does laser kits that's going to do them for her. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of laser kits. That's why I was thinking maybe I could do something that's not, you know, because I want something different. Or if it is a laser kit, something that not everybody's doing. Okay, that one's got a dark spot. Okay. Blue. Something you can use chalk paint on. Paper art. Paper art's good. I was thinking like paper art, fabric. I love stuff with fabric. And I want it to be something that so even if it's somebody that maybe doesn't have a porch, you know, if you don't have a porch, something you could still use too. That one is lighter. Trying to get it as light as that one. It's hard trying to get them all the same. Thank you, Diane. Okay, yeah, PM me. Let me know. Okay. They're not all going to be the same, but that's all right. Jeans are like that too. So, okay. What do y'all think? Does it kind of look like denim? Like, kind of like faded blue jeans? Okay, and then remember, we're going to put the little white wreaths and has a little heart that goes in the middle. Let me go over this white one more time. So let me hold one up. I'm gonna go over the white one more time, but it's gonna have a little white wreath and then a little heart. So do y'all think we should do the heart pink or red? I think either would look cute with the denim, but it's gonna have a little heart right in the middle. Hi, Kathy. It does look like denim? Okay. Thank you, Kim. Pink. I think pink because, yeah, with denim and, okay, and we're gonna have a yellow house. I remember, oh, I'm gonna dry brush this house too. Soften it up. These look really cute. pink, pink, pink. Okay. It's a bright pink, but I can soften it up. Okay. I know y'all think I go overboard with this dry brushing, but I just like the way it softens everything. It almost looks like it gives it a texture. Shirt. Okay. See that kind of. Okay. So it's going to be yellow house. We got to paint the flower pot. And I think I talked about this the other day. I don't have a terracotta color. So we'll do the, ooh, we could do the flower pots in this color and not do the denim look, just do the blue. That'd be pretty with the yellow house. Let's see, white. Oh, not these. I love the dry brushing too. Hey Jill, how are you? Yeah, I think I get a little carried away with all the dry brushing, but it's like my thing. Okay, so we got our wreaths. Oh, there's a little wreath that goes on the front door. You know what? The wreath on the front door, I'm probably going to do green. Or would that look dumb? I don't know. It'll be different. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. We'll look at it with white, and if we want to go over it, we can. Okay. A little pink for the hearts. I'm actually going to do them real soft, like not solid pink. Just going to sponge it on there. See how that looks. Okay. Can you see how it's kind of sponged on there? So it's not super solid. All right, let me wipe some of this off my fingers before I touch it. All right, let's start kind of gluing some pieces down so it kind of comes together. You dozed off, Melissa? Oh my God, was I boring? I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I could dry brush the green on the wreath. Good idea. Who said that? Good idea. Okay. Get all this off before I touch it all. Especially that yellow house. No, not at all. I know, I'm kidding. I'm going to tell you, it was either go take a nap or go live. And I was like, if I take a nap, I'm not going to sleep tonight. My husband can take a nap. Doesn't bother him at all. The man, if you tease him about taking naps, he'll tell you about some country where they all take naps. It's like, it's almost like a law. It's not a law, but you know, they all take naps because it's good for you and all that. And I believe him, but I just can't do it. Some days, if I take a nap, it turns into, I'm like, okay, he'll say, I'm just going to take like a 45-minute nap. And I'm like, I can't do that. I will sleep for 7 hours, you know? But when I go to bed at night, I can't sleep 7 hours. I am just twisted around on that. Okay. Okay, let's do our banner real quick. Okay, so we got the Melissa, while you were sleeping, we turned this banner into little blue jean pockets. Denim, that's the look we're going for, is like denim. You know it would be cute? I don't have it though. Oh, I could mix some kits, some files. You know what would be really cute? Do this and then a little daisy in the middle instead of the heart. I don't have them, but could do that. See that flower right there behind me? I could do some of those about that big. That would be so cute. But we don't have it, so let's see how this is gonna look. Oh, that would be so cute. That would be very summery, summertime. How cute is that? Does it look too Valentine-y? Or is that okay? I like it. I like it though. I don't know if I have it listed in my shop where it's like if you just wanted to buy the banner, that would not be very expensive. So I might go in there and break it down where if anybody, because that way, what if you wanted to, I should offer that as an option with a daisy in the middle. So if you, heck, it wouldn't be that hard to include both. Maybe I should do that. And you could choose if you want to do, you could even Velcro it on there. And that way you could, that could be interchangeable. That's an idea. Very good idea. Okay, let's glue it and see what it looks like. I know you would get it, Melissa. You are like, oh, I think you pop up on my shop as like, the most return customer or something, like it'll show like return customers, first time customer, you know. I think you pop up. I feel like you get all my kits. That's so funny. And I appreciate that. And if y'all ever have an idea, if you're looking for something, just send me a message. I can look and see if I don't create my own files. I buy them from designers because I don't know how to do it. I told y'all I'm not techie. I have issues with the remote control, so I'm not going to be able to come up with my own. My husband's like, yes, you could. Just take a course, do your own. You could sell those to all these people that have lasers because I feel like everybody's getting a laser now. So I'm not good with that stuff. Okay, and then the glue will dry clear if y'all can see the glue. But isn't that cute? It looks like a little blue jean pocket. I just hope I hope it's not too Valentine looking. Like I said, I might get some daisies and cut some out, paint some up, and show that as an option too. Okay. These. these two. Hi, Catherine. Welcome in. Y'all, if anybody's new here, I don't know if I get any new people when I don't, if I'm not in a live. I just kind of popped on my page here. But if anybody's new, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. We have the sweetest ladies that always pop in on here, so you will love it here. Everybody's so nice. Makes me wish we all lived in the same town. You know, we could all just like get together right here and craft. You know, I used to have, I don't know, some of y'all know that about me. I used to have an art studio, a brick and mortar, and it was a paint your own pottery. But we had mosaics. We had we did a lot of birthday parties too. We had kids that came. We had Girl Scouts that came. We did Ladies Night. We did Midnight Madness, which was the first Saturday of every month. I would stay open till midnight, and it was adults only. So it was a big date night thing or girls' night or something like that. So it was like a getaway night. And we couldn't sell it because I didn't have like a liquor license or beer and wine license or anything like that. But if people wanted to bring food and maybe drinks, and so we would have little couples come in as a date, and, you know, they'd have their wine and they would, you know, order from, there was an Italian restaurant across the street. It was like a little small Italian restaurant, and they would order Italian food and stuff like that. It was so fun. And then we'd have like the ladies from the bank would come, they'd have their table, and it was a hoot. It was a lot of fun. I miss that so much. But I'll be honest with you, because my husband was like, well, honey, if you want to open another one, because he didn't know me back then. He was like, if you want to open another one, you could. And I said, no. Ever since the whole 2020, seeing what happened, like how everything was shut down. And I remember, now I don't know if this was someone here in Georgia or if it was like on the national news, but there was a hairdresser. And do y'all remember when they did the pandemic, and they were like, you know, everything needs to be shut down. Schools were shut down and businesses were shut down. And unless you were an essential business, you were not supposed to open. And this hairdresser, she was like, look, I'm a single mom. I have to. And they arrested her for going to work. So that right there scared me. I thought, how can they do that? And I thought, how are these people paying their rent? So a lot of businesses shut down after that because they just didn't survive it. So ever since that happened, I don't know that I want another retail space, you know? I mean, I cannot imagine, because, you know, the landlords were still wanting to collect their rent. So, but yeah, I do miss having my little store. I had my regulars. Laura Erdman, that comes on here a lot. She was like one of my longtime regulars. And we got to be good friends. Okay, I'm going to dry brush the wreath that goes on the door with a little bit of green. So it's just barely green. It's a very soft green. All right, where's the, oh. Dry brush the door a little bit. All right, so we'll start putting the house together now. Too much. Too much, Jennifer. Sorry. You live in North Carolina? I'm in Georgia. We go to North Carolina. Do you know where Murphy? Is it Murphy? Wait. Murphy, North Carolina? We've gone up there. It's like right outside of, right after you cross over from the Georgia to North Carolina. Y'all, we could do a, do y'all hear all these, I don't have a big enough page, but some of these groups or some of these pages that are doing like the meetups, like the meet and greet, where it's like a crafter get together. That would be fun. There's a couple of groups doing it, and I don't know. I think that would be fun to do. Do y'all ever go to those? Have y'all been to one with like a page you follow? You're in Cameron, Murphy. It's well, it's close to. What about Cherokee? Is it Cherokee? Is it called Cherokee? I only know because we went to a casino, Harrah's Casino up there. It was really pretty. Okay. Okay, so the little fairy door is what I'm calling it. It gets a heart also. I know, I would love to do a meet and greet. You know what? Here's the thing. And I always say, well, my page isn't very big. It wouldn't be a big deal. But you know what? Sometimes that's a good thing. Are any of y'all familiar with Brooke Riley with Refabbed? Her page? She's adorable. She is stinking adorable. Well, she is my business coach. And her... sometimes her and her husband do some of the training courses, but he was talking about like pages. Like your page has to be so big. You don't really make money doing this. Like, I mean, I make money if I sell kits, but some of these pages that have like, you know, 50,000, 100,000 followers, stuff like that. Have you ever been watching like a live or a replay? You're watching it and like, you know, 40 seconds in or a minute and a half in, it flips to an ad. They get paid for those ads being on there. So if your page is big enough, actually I heard it's not really so much how big your page is, it's how much activity. So you could have 100,000 followers, but say you go live and only like 10 people show up and watch you and nobody says a word, nobody likes, nobody taps the heart, nobody comments. That's not that great. Or you could have like 10,000 followers. Okay, that person has 100,000. You have 10,000 and, you know, 1,000 people watch and they're all liking and chatting and all that. You stand out more. And that's when like those, like say the ad pops up for Hobby Lobby. That person doing the, like say I was doing this and you're watching the replay, and while you're watching me, then an ad pops up for Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby would be paying, they would pay me to pop their ad in there because, hey, she has like 1,000 people watching her. Bing! You know, let's show these ladies some Hobby Lobby, you know, or what's on sale or something like that. So that's, you know, a lot of people get excited. That's why you see all these presenters go, oh my God, I hit 10,000, you know, because I think you have to have at least 10,000 before you're even eligible for ads on your videos. But, and the ads are quick and you don't have to tap on them. You can keep going. But there's a cost to that because I feel like the bigger your page gets, the more drama it could get. So I sit here and say, well, you know, I probably couldn't do a meet and greet because we don't have that many people. I can tell you there's probably there's probably 12 people that, like, when I come on here, I always see y'all. I mean, like, you know, Amanda, you're one. Melissa, you pop in. So it's like, Lydia was even saying that. She's like, you know, your viewers are so engaged with you. And I was like, I feel like they're my friends. I feel like I talk to y'all more than I do my real hometown, high school, you know, family, you know, all that. I say real, my in-person people, you know, because I feel like I get on here and I engage with y'all, or I pop on here at like, what was it? Was it like midnight one night? I got on here and it was like, I was just bored. I couldn't sleep. And I was like, you know what? I need to make this. I'm just going to go live and they'll see it tomorrow. And I popped on here and there was like 27 people on here at midnight. And I was like, okay, you people are as crazy as me, you know? So, it's just nice. It's nice to get together with y'all like this, but it would be more fun if we could all sit around and, you know, hey, you know, pass me the blue or whatever, you know. So that would be fun. We'll have to think about that. We'll have to get a map. I'll get a little map and I'll figure out where everybody lives. Yeah. You're like me. I don't normally do mornings. I cannot tell you the last time I've gone on a live and said good morning. I don't do mornings. So, but I'm up early sometimes. I'm not presentable, I guess you could say. I mean, I am like scattering, I'm running because I usually have to get my orders done and get them out for the mailman. So I'm like running crazy in the mornings. But I'm up. I'm just not crafty in the morning. Okay, get this on here. I've been chit-chatting. And that's another thing. When your page gets really big, you get a lot of bold people that pop in. And it's like, they don't feel like your friends anymore. It's like, you know, people telling you to be quiet. Just make I'm here for the craft. Be quiet. Okay, so there's 4 little hearts with this kit. One goes on the chimney. One goes on in the middle of the wreath that goes on the front door. And then the other 2 go on the planters for the topiaries. Okay, so I guess we're sticking with the pink theme. Oh, okay. I was like, where's my pink? So yeah, just in case y'all didn't know that about the that's why we all get so excited when we see you know, the numbers grow and we're like, sprinkle our page out, you know, more people will see us and all that. But that was one of the things Brooke's husband, Brandon, was saying. He said, you know, we call that a vanity number. Some people live for that number. You know, they want their number of followers to be huge, but you can have a smaller page and have more activity going on, you know. It's all about the people that are following you. You got to have the right people following you, you know. I feel like y'all are here for the craft and the friendship and the chit-chat, and, you know, I feel like y'all know my dog's names, and, you know, so I think that's awesome, you know. But then you'll see the people that'll just pop in, and usually the negative, like if I get a message from somebody that's nasty, I'm like, who are you? I've never even seen your name pop up. You know, you're going to come in here and tell me, stop touching your hair, you know. Listen, I have an unruly cowlick and I can't help it. It has a mind of its own and it drives me nuts. Oh my gosh, look at this little door. It's like a little fairy door. Oh, it might be a little dark for that yellow house. We'll see. We'll get the windows on. We'll get the windows on and see how it looks. Y'all, I am so grateful. Y'all have been hanging out with me. I'm gonna give something away today. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I don't know what yet, so give me a second. Let me think about it. But I really thought, you know, oh, I'm gonna come on. I know there's events going on, and I just never know when to go live because, you know, I don't want to go live while an event's going on and one of my crafty friends is, you know, if I know somebody that I'm kind of close to, like Lydia or Melissa or anybody like that, I don't want to go live the same time they do. Or anybody that I know, you know, some of the ladies that watch me, watch them, and that's hard when you're trying to juggle back and forth. You want to watch two different people. So, I like the door too. It looks like a little fairy door. Does anybody do those? I see them. I see all the fairy stuff. I couldn't do something like that. My dogs would get a hold of it. Yes, people will say crazy stuff. Sometimes I wonder what's wrong with you. What is so wrong in your life that you have to say something like that to somebody? I haven't gotten anything super crazy ugly, but you know, one, get to crafting, be quiet. But I have seen some ugly stuff. You know, y'all that watch me, you know how my dogs will come in the room, and last night Stella was up here, like in the video, all in it. But some of the crafters, you know, their kids will come in the room and, you know, want to get on the screen and all that. And I saw somebody, it might have been Brooke. It was years ago. Somebody said, I think her kids had gotten home from school, and he was asking about something, or maybe a snack or something. And she was like, okay, well, hang on 1 second. And somebody said, tell him to shut up. And she was like, I will not tell him to shut up. Why would you say something like that? You know? Who does that? Who is comfortable with that? But there are, you know. And it's always been like that with social media. That's why I always say I have the nicest people in here. Hang on. I got a piece of the dry brush on here. Okay. There's actually a little doorknob too. Sorry. Hey, Anna Marie. I know, no reason to be rude. I mean, you know, if it bothers somebody, they should just, you know, go back. I just don't understand it. There's always the replay. And, you know, the replay, you can fast forward and skip through all that. You know, if somebody's talking too much, just skip through it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think I have, like, clicked on someone's video, and I'm like, I'm just going to fast forward and see what that is. And if it, you know, at the end, I'm like, holy cow, how did they make that? I'll go back and watch the whole thing. But, I would never say something like that to someone. All right, the little doorknob. Oh my goodness, that is too stinking cute. Doorknob's a different color, but it's okay. All right, the windows. Okay. Okay, so since I painted the whole house yellow, you can kind of still see where the, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's etched on there where the windows are going to go. And the windows are cut out. So I feel like if I stick this on there, the inside is going to be yellow. I'm just going to paint like a little white square right there. Just so it's kind of white behind the window. Almost like a reflection. Nothing crazy. Okay. This little one up here. All right. I know. I think it's kind of fun when, you know, somebody new pops in, you know. There is an event coming up. Okay, there's an event. It's with Gia's group, Creative Crafters Assemble. It's a Mother's Day event. I just saw it last night, and she said they did it last year, and you craft with your mother. You can craft or cook with your mother or your children or your godchild, you know, godchildren, or nieces and nephews. So my mom has already passed away. So I was thinking I might get Callie, my daughter. I sent her a message. I sent her a screenshot of it. I was like, you're the only one I have to check these boxes. You know, you're the only one on this list. So I might see if she'll craft with me or cook with me or something. I don't know. We'll do something. I signed up for it. So I gotta get her to come on board. We did a live about a year ago, but it took too long, and I guess Facebook deleted it, or we deleted it when we went to end it, but I can't find it anywhere. And people were messaging me, you know, where did your live go? You and your daughter were crafting, and I can't go back. And I was like, I can't find it. And I didn't know if maybe it was going to, you know, pop up. Maybe it was saving it, but it never came back. So I told her we need to do another one. That was fun. Okay, all the windows. All right, y'all, we're almost here. I'm sorry, I've taken a long time, haven't I? I sure have. Hi, Vicki. The name of the group is Creative. It's very different. Creative Crafters Assemble. And Gia runs it, and her page is called Gia's Creations. I don't know if y'all follow her, but if you don't, you should give her a follow. She's very sweet. She's so nice. She always makes me feel good. She'll say, oh, like when I go on her live, she'll be live, and if I pop in, she's like, oh, there's Jennifer. And she's like, okay, I like a lot of crafters, but I have to say Jennifer's my favorite. And I'm like, okay, she's now my favorite. No, I'm just kidding. But she's just so nice. But her events are always fun. And Melissa, that was just in here, if she's still in here, she's in there sometimes. She creates on there or presents. Hey, Margie. Okay. Yeah, if anybody has to leave, you can always catch the replay. You can catch the end. You're here. Yeah, Melissa does. You do some of Gia's events, right? Are you doing the Mother's Day event where you can craft with family, or cook or craft with family? Or with your children or your mother? Something like that. All right, let me... I keep putting these brushes in a color, and I don't want the color. Okay, I think it's all out. All right, so these go with the chimney and the flower pot. I do with the roof. Oh. Okay. All right, we can put this house together. Let me get this part. Should have done cream color. Lorna, you do follow that group. You do lives, right? Zena, you do lives. If you do lives, you should message her, because she's always looking for presenters too. She does a lot of events. Okay, hope I didn't do too much on there. Let's see how this looks. The door. I'm just gonna lay them on here for a second and show y'all. We could do welcome in that blue also. I know it's gonna fall as soon as I hold it up. Can y'all see it a little bit? Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna do the blue and welcome, the welcome in blue, and the flower pots in blue. I'll drop my sponges. Cut this one. Wait, that's a different blue. All right, I'm gonna do the blue bonnet. I'm gonna do the flower pots. And then I'll do that ocean blue for the welcome. Just give it something different. Okay. All right. Ocean blue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I think the blue and yellow look really pretty together. Good idea. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, the flower pots have this little rim that goes across the top. I'll do it in the darker blue, since I did the blue bonnet on the pots themselves. Okay. All right. Small brush. All right. So the little taupe. Let's just start gluing this on, because I can't really hold it up if it's just the glue I was using. I think I hear my garage opening, so my husband might be home. I feel like I can do my lives when he doesn't work from home, because he talks so loud. I know sometimes I've been doing a live and y'all will be like, is that your husband? Yeah. And his home office is right next to mine, so next to my craft room. So it's hard. It's hard to do lives when he's doing conference calls. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love yellow too, Melissa. It is very springy. And I think mixed with blue, it's very summery. Like we were just saying, something about blue and yellow. I like that with summer. And you know those porch leaners, if you you can do two on one. So you can do one, you could do a spring theme on one side and then turn it around and have your summer. Most of mine are two-sided. You know, one side's got a chicken, one side's got a flamingo, one side's got it. So, I mean, it saves you some money. Then you only have one board and then two designs. So, okay, so here's our door. You never hear him. Sometimes I hear him. He's not here. Like, I don't know what I just heard. I thought I heard the garage opening, but I don't know what that was. So I hope it wasn't the garage opening. Okay. Yes, I don't know how to do a double live, but we could. Lydia and I have like swapped pages before. Like she went live on mine so she could meet all my friends, and then I went live on hers. But yeah, we had talked about doing that. And we've also talked about doing like a page hop. Is that, I'm not real sure what that is, but it's almost like a little mini event where just a couple of us like will send, like it'll just be a small group of us that do it, and we send each other to the other page. I've come up with a couple of themes that would be fun. I love all the challenge. Y'all watch the ones where people do the challenge? Like, I think it was it yesterday or the day before? When they were doing like the mystery box challenge where these girls get a box. But I would rather do like a challenge, you know, like you can only use Dollar Tree items and it has to be this theme or something like that. Because it gets tricky when you have to ship people stuff because somebody forgets to ship it or somebody ships it too late and they didn't get it in time. So that it gets a little tricky there. But I always like the challenges. I think they're fun. The ones where all those girls got like a different, some of them didn't open it until they got on the live. And then like with Sacred Treasure House the other day, I think it was the other day, about a week ago, I guess. And it wasn't until you got on that the person before you had to give you like a last minute requirement, like you had to add styrofoam or, you know, something like that. So you had to add that to your project. And if they named off something and you didn't have it or you couldn't do it, they would make you do something silly. I was like, oh my gosh. I know, I love the themes. I love the themes. All right, I'm getting there, y'all. I told you, this one has a lot of pieces. I feel like the kits that have a lot of pieces, though, you get your money's worth because you can craft. I mean, unless you just like instant gratification, you want one that you can be done with. But I feel like if you spend $20 on something, you kind of want it to, because crafting is like therapy, you know? It's relaxing, it's fun, it's an escape. So if you can make it last a little longer, you get your money's worth, I think. And you get a cool project at the end. Well, I didn't think about it, but I guess I'm leaving my window trim white. I didn't even think about it, but I've already started gluing it on, so I think white trim with a yellow house will be fine. Be pretty. That reminds me, we need to replace our shutters. They are 20 something years old, and they're this faded green. It's terrible. Y'all, the other night I was telling you that I was sitting there and it was storming outside, and Maggie I'd let her in, and 15 minutes later she was back at the door. I was like, how are you getting out? So I'm sitting there on the couch with Stella, and I kept hearing this like tick, 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 and I was like, is that her stomach? What is that sound? And I kept hearing this like, I look over and it's water, it's rain hitting the blanket that was on the couch. So we have a roof leak. And what makes it even worse, last January or December, we had our ceiling shiplapped. So we have a 2-story ceiling. Our family room, it's like 19-foot ceiling. So it's this huge vault. And we had it shiplapped from this end all the way to the front door. I mean, all the way. So I don't know if they're going to have to rip down this shiplap because there's going to be water under there. I mean, even after they fix the roof, I mean, the water won't they get moldy if they don't do something? I mean, I would think insurance will have to pay for that, but oh my gosh, if they're going to have to rip down the ceiling, I was just like, oh. I mean, a roof leak, period, is terrible, but I was like, oh my God. It was coming through 2 of the planks, and I was like, oh my gosh. That's going to be a nightmare. What a mess. So, my house is getting old. It's starting to have its issues. I got a little too much white on these. Okay, on these topiaries, let's see. The top is smaller. There's 2 pieces for each topiary. So if you get this, one is small. The top is smaller. I guess they go in a certain direction. Yeah, I'm trying to match it up. Just so you know before you glue it down. One is bigger than the other. Okay. Okay, one more. All right, and then the little hearts, and welcome, and we're good. Oops. So there's a heart on the chimney. All right, and then I'll hold it up and show y'all. And a heart for each planter. Do it down. How did they do it? And you got to remember this bottom the bottom part here is going to sit down in that ledge. So you don't want to glue your heart down there. It'll be hidden. Because it's going to sit on that ledge on that palette sign. Okay, and then welcome. All right, and then our house is done. Look, how cute is that? I know welcome is going to be backwards to y'all, but isn't that cute? Oh, my first house was kind of a yellow. It wasn't yellow. It was like a creamy yellow. This kind of reminds me of that. Okay. All right, so we got that. We got the banner. I need little strings for the banner. And I didn't bring the right piece up for the bottom that says home, but we can go ahead and put, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on. Glue these on, glue that on. Okay, y'all. Let's do this. All right, real quick. I'll lightly dry brush this. Say lightly. Thank you. I like it. It's so cheerful. Okay. I'll hit these real quick. And just the top two. Oh, you know what? Only the top circles are going to show up there, the little pieces that the banner hangs on. So I'm just going to paint those. I'm just going to rub some of that stain color on here. Okay. Let's do two of these. Okay, let me grab this string right here and put the banner on a string, on a like a twine or jute, whatever this is. Well, I thought it was there. Yeah, we'll use this. Okay. It's a lighter color jute, but it'll work. Thank y'all for hanging in. I'm taking forever, ain't I? Okay. Okay. Eee. We're almost there. That's it. Man. Got tape right there I could have done. Tape on it. You're sweet. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Most people were like, I'm just going to come back and catch the replay. This is taking too long. Okay. That's one. All right, got that. One, two. There it is. Okay, so we can glue it on now. All right, so here's our, it's like a palette sign. Get all my little round pieces. Yo, I put this, this little, I got it at Dollar Tree, one of these little wastebasket things. I need to use it. Did y'all ever watch way back when cooking shows just kind of started being a thing with Rachel Ray? Do y'all remember Rachel Ray? And she had, whenever she cooked, she always had, she called it a trash bowl or something like that. She had a bowl. She'd always, whenever she was cooking, she would get a big bowl out, and that's where she would put her trash. Eggshells, you know, wrappers, whatever. And I've sat one on my desk here because I'll end up with just look, trash everywhere. These clips of, you know, and I need to start using it. I was like, I'm going to do this so I can keep my space where I'm working clean. And I got it sitting right there taking up space, and I wasn't using it. So I'm going to start using it. Okay, there's my garage door opening. See a notification now. You remember her doing that? And then they started selling bowls. They were calling it the Rachel Ray Trash Bowl. I remember ladies would come into my pottery store and they were like, I want to paint a trash bowl. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because it was a paint your own pottery store. Okay. This is going to be fun. Okay. Let me glue these two skinny ones together first. They don't get painted. And then I'm going to glue them on here. Okay. Watch, he's going to come in. He's not going to know I'm on this live. If he comes up here. The dogs always greet him with a squeaky toy. Like, you're home, let's play. Okay. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to get like a Dollar Tree bag. Okay. There's that one. I didn't mean to do that. This part is only gonna, it's gonna glue onto the skinnier one, so part of it's not gonna have glue because this one's wider. So I'm gonna squirt glue on this one. Can y'all see in there how it created like a lip, like a ledge, not lip. All right, and this one goes up here. Trying to get it straight. All right, and then like I said, so you get 4 of the larger ones and then 2 of the smaller ones. Let's see, they're a little smaller. So glue the small ones down first, 1 on each side. Oh wait. Hang on. I don't think that's, oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Oh, it's not gonna show. Okay. I was thinking I was gonna have to paint it, but it's not gonna show. So then you'll do 2 of the bigger ones on top of the little one. And it's just gonna make it a riser. It's gonna lift it up. Well, I don't know if that was him or not. Maybe it was my daughter. I don't know. I don't think it was him. Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all still there? Hey, Deborah. He gets home at different times. He works from home different days, so I never know. Okay. This probably needs to dry a little bit, but I'll show you. The house, the side in there. And then our little banner. So I probably need to let these dry a little bit longer before I start tugging on them. Make sure they dry lined up. Okay, but this, how would I do it? I should do it like that. Oh, I hear my daughter. Okay, well, I see the garage opening a second time, so I think they're both here. Okay. I still need to glue this on, but I don't have the piece that goes with this. But what it's going to look like is, it's going to say home. Like, see how that one is at the bottom? And I'll paint it to match this, but I love how the banner, see how it like attaches to those little knobs you make? Isn't that cute? I know it's backwards, welcome is, but, and then we'll have that at the bottom. I just got to get that piece. I don't know. I guess I grabbed part of another kit or something. I don't remember another kit having that. So anyway, that's how it's going to go. All right. All right. Y'all do me a favor. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can see some comments here. So thank you, Penny. I'm going to put names into a wheel, a drawing wheel. Let me see if I have it. So comment, well, hold on, let me tell you what to comment. We're gonna do a keyword here. Comment home, H-O-M-E. And all the names that comment home, I'm gonna put into a drawing. Because that'll tell me, look, it says there's 17 eyeballs up there now, but there could be like 5 people watching, you know? Because I do that. I'll turn on a live and I'll be watching it while I'm doing other stuff, and I leave the room and come back, and so do that. I'll comment home. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let me find my little Ferris wheel. Wheel. Raffle Pro. Okay, add home. Okay. My goodness. Yeah, just do it once. Just do it once. I gotta go back and get all of y'all. Just do it once. I'm gonna put the names in here. You don't have to keep doing it, okay? Diane Burns. Deborah McCloskey. I might spell people's names wrong in here because I'm typing it kind of fast. Garland Matthews. I just say Garland. I think you're the only Garland. Garland Matthews. Okay. Let's say Lorna, Amanda, Melissa. Melissa. Sharon, Zena, Anna Marie. Okay. Sarah Davidson. Okay. Debbie Long, Cindy Hall. Sorry, y'all. It's taking me a long time to type. Penny. All right, got Anna Marie. Diane. Jill. Jill. Look, everybody's waking up now. It's okay. It's okay. Usually I say comment, 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 and I'll pick somebody, you know, that way it keeps moving and it's not like stuck on one name. But no, it's fine. Jill. Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna turn this around for y'all to see. See what it's doing. I'm gonna turn it around when it spins. Hang on. Oh, it's going to an ad. Hang on a second. Close. Okay. Can y'all see it? Okay, it's got all the names on the little wheel, raffle wheel. So what? No. Okay, press raffle to start. Okay, here we go. Okay, Lorna, is that what it says? First winner is Lorna. Okay. I have a pen. Hang on, Lorna. Oh. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna do another one. Lorna. Okay. Deb McCloskey. I spelled your name. I spelled McCliskey. Lorna. Deb McCloskey. Okay. Raffle. I'm gonna do 5. Okay. Sarah Davidson. Okay. Zena. I think this is easier than me like looking up there and picking names. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Amanda. Okay. All right. So y'all do me a favor. Make sure you're following my page. Tap on the screen right now, and when you see those 3 little dots, it's like the menu. If you'll tap that and see if it gives you the option to follow. If it gives you that option, that means you're not following, and it's probably from that Facebook crash. If you thought you were following, because a lot of people got unfollowed. Does that make sense? Facebook unfollowed some people for you. It was part of a glitch. Make sure you're following. If I don't have your address, Lorna, Deb McCloskey, Sarah Davidson, Zena, and Amanda. If you could just message me your address, I'm going to send you a little happy mail. Thank y'all for all hanging out. I appreciate that so much. Y'all were like all hanging in. This took me forever. And I didn't even finish. So if you came in late, this is how far I got. Oops, I have to glue that part on. But I didn't bring the bottom part. But it's gonna be a little plaque. This is an interchangeable. It's a kit that's in my shop. And you'll be able to change out the banner. You just, it's just wrapped around there. I didn't even tie it. You can change out the banner, like this home. Like at Christmas time, We could pop a Christmas theme in here. And then the little bottom piece will be changeable too. So it's on my website. I'll get it finished up and snap a picture. And I do want to think about maybe doing daisies for this. That would be really cute for the summer. So yes, I think I do have your address because you ordered that kit for the Jubilee. So I do. All right. So that's it. You're like, finally. But and I didn't even finish. That's a shame. So I'll get it finished. I'll snap a picture. Make sure I have your address. I think Sarah Davidson, you might be the only one. I don't think I have your address. Just PM me and I'll send you a little happy mail. But thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all have a great day. And I don't know if I'll be back on later or tomorrow, but I've got a spring thing. I'm going to post a picture. It's something I saw on Pinterest and I'm going to do on my front porch. And it's the leftover piece of that grapevine that I got at Goodwill. Remember I took the handle off that thing and I just used the basket? I had an idea of something to use that handle for so I can recycle that too. So I'll pop in and I will see y'all then. So y'all have a good afternoon.